Good morning. So Wealth Mastery starts today. Yesterday was Wealth Mastery Leadership Academy. So if you want to be a leader, who's the first person that you have to lead? You have to lead yourself. If you can't lead yourself, guide yourself, be the change that you want to see in the world, then your ability to lead others isn't going to be there. And always remember that leadership always comes out of a desire to serve. The great leaders, if you think about it, if you think about Gandhi, if you think about Dr. King, if you think about Abraham Lincoln, they all really were never about themselves. They were all about a desire to serve others. In fact, for most of them, they really weren't interested in being leaders. Gandhi wasn't interested in being a leader, and neither was Dr. King. But they were so influential, they were so motivated, and they so wanted to help the people that they ended up leading, that the people that they led pushed them to the forefront and said, we want you to be our leader. We want you to speak on our behalf. Coffee's done. So when you want to lead yourself, you have to start out with the ability to influence yourself. And how do you do that? Well, you do that by deciding what your life's purpose is. What is it that you're all about in your life? When you decide your life's purpose, then you can figure out what is it that you need to do in order to fulfill that purpose, and you can get to the business of starting to do that. So finding out your life's purpose, well, that's what we do at Date with Destiny. So that's the event that we do it at. But most people talk about meditation as a great way to finding out your life's purpose, that when you sit and you stay quiet, that's when the answers will come. And one of the most interesting guys that I've ever seen speak is a guy named Mark Devine. He's basically one of the top special forces guys the United States has ever created. He's a Navy SEAL and he trains Navy SEALs. He's a master sergeant, master trainer. And you would think master sergeant, master trainer, the guy's all gung-ho and Mr. Macho. And he is that, but the exact opposite. He is all about connection to self and meditation, and he is Mr. Zen, and that's what allows him to be a great warrior. He calls himself the silent warrior. He finds that purpose, and he finds the space between your breathing and your thoughts, and he says, and there is where you find what your purpose of your life is. And then when that comes, and he thinks that's not hard to find. If you sit and breathe, do deep breathing, and just allow the thoughts to come, the reason for being here is going to show up. He calls it, he's like Socrates. He calls it discovering what you already know, that the knowledge is already there, that there's this deep intrinsic knowledge that we all have, and all you got to do is get quiet and it's going to show up. And you're actually then creating your future. You're seeing the future for yourself that's already there that you have to then go grab and take action in order to get. But either way, whenever you find your life's purpose, however that happens, for some people it happens because of the loss of a loved one. For some people it happens because they're inspired by somebody. But either way, when you've got that life's purpose, then you start taking the action towards that life's purpose. Now you're motivating yourself. Now you're leading yourself. And when you lead yourself, then you can go find the resources that you need in order to lead others. Second thing about great leaders is they don't think that they're better than other people. In fact, they a lot of times consider themselves less than the other people, again, because they're there to serve. And the reason that's so significant is because you're never going to know it all. And so you need to be able to recognize the areas where you need help and when you're lacking, and then ask for help and get help in those other areas. And great leaders do this. They quickly recognize, and with everybody that they meet, they think about this. They think about it this way. There's going to be something that I'm superior to this person in. There's going to be something that I know more about in a given area than this person does. But there's going to be something that this person knows more about in a given area than I do. So my purpose with interacting with them is to learn what it is that they know that I don't know. And when you come from that place, guess what? Now they're going to be a lot more interested in hearing what you have to say too. Seek to hear and understand before you seek to influence. So that's how leaders take a look at life. They find their purpose. They look at other people and think to themselves, how can I serve that person and what can I learn from that person? They don't look at it as I have to conquer. That's not a leader, that's a dictator, that's a different thing. But the great leaders come from service, and they come from how can I honor every person that I meet? That's the silent warrior. His name's Mark Devine. Go check him out. Have a great day, everybody. Thank you very much for watching. We're all in this together. Let's take care of each other.